These are all the things I wish I knew when I was getting started as a server admin, and now I run the server over on Grumblecraft. Go check us out there when you're done here. Before we look at hosted options, let's quickly go over 2 free options. Jump to the timestamp below for the main tutorial on the paid hosting setup. First, you can just use your local single-player worlds and share them on your local area network, so other people can join them if you're on the same network. If you want your local server to be available on the public internet to you and your friends all over the world, then I recommend using the Essential mod. Once installed, you can easily invite friends who have Essential mod installed to your locally running worlds. However, if you want a world that persists when you shut down your game, then we have 2 options: self-hosting and paid hosting. Self-hosting involves port forwarding as well as configuring your firewall, and there is a lot of other security and privacy risks you need to consider when doing this. So I won't be covering this type of server here, but I'll put a link in the video that you can check out if you want to do this. Let's get started with paid hosting. This is the best option for a lot of people since you don't have to manage the hardware and configure complicated networking. You also get some level of support if things go wrong. The rest of this tutorial will show you how to pick and use a paid hosting service. So let's pick a server hosting company. These companies will charge you a monthly fee from anywhere from $5 to $50 for a virtual computer that's basically a shared CPU and RAM. What are you getting for this money? Well, you get a CPU, some RAM, and disk space allocated to your game. You also get an interface for management of the world, mods, and a console and more. So here's what actually matters: the CPU single-threaded performance, then RAM, then storage for backups. I advise that you not pay for any hosting service that you can't see the CPU on offer. Services like Apex Hosting or Gravel Hosting will show you the list of CPUs available, and sometimes those CPUs change based off the location. Now, I would choose a package that gets you the very best CPU for your budget. Take the CPU they show you and look up the single-threaded performance on a benchmark list. At this time, which is early 2025, the best one that I see across multiple hosting companies is the Ryzen 9 7950X. When you're choosing your server, make sure to test the ping for various server locations. You want to pick something central to you and the other players to make sure that no one location has a really horrible ping. You do also want to make sure that the interface is easy to use. However, I have yet to come across an interface so bad I regretted my subscription there. For the rest of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set this up on GravelHost. So now that we have our server, we're going to make sure that it runs Fabric for the version of Minecraft that we want. Using Fabric server allows us to install a set of mods that are extremely useful. This is what the Hermitcraft server currently uses. You'll want to download this simple voice chat mod and upload it into your mods folder. There is a small bit of configuration you'll need to do to get this to work. In GravelHost, you'll need to allocate a networking port for this. Do that here. Then in the files, go to config voice chat. You'll want to change the port to the port that was allocated in the previous section. If you can't allocate a new port, use -1. When the port is set to -1, it will use the same port as your game server. This can cause bugs. In my experience, I have never seen this actually cause bugs that were noticeable by anyone, but the developers of the mod say not to do this. It is not recommended. The next thing you want to do is make sure that the end user license agreement, the EULA, is set to true. Now, I also recommend you add other mods and datapacks at this point. You'll probably want the Fabric API mod, as well as the audio player mod. With this set of mods, you should be roughly in parity with Hermitcraft, as these are the main mods they use. If you want to check out other mods or other datapacks, go to Vanilla Tweaks. At Vanilla Tweaks, you can find all sorts of things that change the core experience of the game, but in small and very modular ways. Once you have all of your mods and datapacks installed, go ahead and start the server. And there you have it. In the next video, I'm going to be setting up custom server resources, and I will show you how to add custom items and resources into the game for the whole community server to use. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe. Also check out my Grumblecraft series. It's a lot of fun over there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.